let you know what you need and what you want on the court. For football, the basketball, and every other sport. With Troy and DL and Dr. Carl Brinkley and Paul and the coach Robert Brickey. It's time, get your coffee and get ready for the flow. Get ready for the coach Brickey Sports Show. And get ready for the flow. And get ready for the flow.
Good morning to you on this warm day. Let's go be warm for a minute, man. It was like scorching hot. I was ordering this pizza over the weekend, and this guy came in and got his pizza. I said they took your pizza out of the oven. Now you taking your pizza, you putting it in the oven. You walking outside. It's hot out there, for real hot. Anyway, back. Good morning to you on this Monday morning on the Robert Brickey Sports Show. This is Brother Troy. I'm anchoring here at the flagship station at WIDU, 1600 AM, 99.7 at 2520 Murchison Road. Also in the studio with me is the Reverend Dr. CARLTON Brown, and we are help producing our most able, wearing his Dallas Cowboy shirt. That is Reverend Dr. Carl Brinkley. And we have on the line, we should have DL and also Coach Brickey. Give it up for Coach Brickey.
Good morning, gentlemen. Hope everybody's doing well.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Is DL on?
Oh, I'm on. Yeah, ready to go. We got championships in New York and North Carolina.
Man, let me tell you. Okay, so that's what my question was going to be. Where do you want to lead? Do you want to lead with the Knicks, or do you want to lead with the home team, Carolina Hurricanes?
Nah, Knicks. It's about New York.
Well, let me say, first of all, congratulations to Paul Matthews, Knicks fan, and congratulations to the Knicks. That's a long drought. They earned it. Listen, this was a great series, and the Knicks had to fight in every game. They had to overcome a couple of deficits to win late, and to go 14-1. How many games they had to win? 14 or 16. 2. But only to lose one game throughout the entire playoff run. That's incredible. So congratulations to the Knicks.
Paul might be there this morning too, Coach. Paul, are you on the line, Paul?
He might be in New York.
I don't think he's in.
I'm gonna leave y'all alone, but they ain't been acting right up there, so he might need to stay in Virginia. I think. Come on back home. It might not be safe for him up there.
Yeah, DL, what you think about the Knicks pulling it out?
Man, I enjoyed watching this because think about the storylines. All right, let's go back to when they do this 30 for 30 on ESPN or Netflix. It's gonna be a special. Think about the Mike Brown angle. They get rid of Tom Thibodeau. Let's go back to last year. Tom Thibodeau's a good, hard-nosed defensive coach, but he wears players out. So they fired Tom Thibodeau. I didn't agree with the firing. A lot of folks didn't. So you bring in Mike Brown. And you think about Mike Brown, how he got fired because he kind of laid into Darion Fox about making bad decisions in Sacramento. Then you go in Jalen Brunson. Dallas tried to railroad him into a terrible deal. He comes to New York. He could have got a mega contract. He could have got like 4 years for over close to $280 million. He says no. He allows the Knicks flexibility to bring in Mikal Bridges, and they already had Josh Hart. And they get rid of his former Villanova player, Devontae DiVincenzo, ship him off in Josh Randle to Minnesota. They bring in Karl Anthony Towns. He takes a pay cut. So he's on this team with his dad, a former Knick who lost to the Spurs. He was a role player. He's on his team with his dad, who was a backup coach. And now he's Villanova. He won back-to-back championships with two of those teammates on his team. They beat my Carolina Tar Heels. I'm crying. And then he wins a championship in New York, who hadn't won one in 53 years. You got all the celebrities. this is going to be a nice 50-50. I mean, a nice 30 for 30 documentary. So I just like the history of it, and so that's what I look at it the most about this series.
It's a fantastic series, Dr. Brown. I think you had the Spurs with me. So were you surprised that the Knicks pulled it out?
Yeah, I had the Spurs, but listen, the better team won. They played
Right.
as a team, and you know, it clearly experience matters because the immaturity of the San Antonio Spurs team was evident. I mean, they had a double-digit lead in every game. They were ahead with the 2 minutes left in every game, but they just couldn't close. But New York had a closer in Jalen Brunson, and you got to give it up for that young man. Persistent, doubted all his life. All these folks talk about he can't be the number one guy on a championship team, and he proved everybody wrong. I mean, he scored almost half the point in that final championship game. So you got to give it up to them, man. I think they did a great job. They deserve to win, and hopefully, you know, the city don't tear themselves up Thursday for this parade. But man, you got to give it up for the Knicks. They did a great job, and I think they deserve to win. They were a better team.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Jalen Brunson. If you don't love Jalen Brunson after having watched that series, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Because you talk about a brother that put his heart on the line every game,
every day,
and got banged up, came back, sprained the ankle, came back, fought through adversity, had tough nights, but still showed up in big moments. Let me tell you, if for him to win it in his hometown and supposedly the mecca of basketball in America, in the Garden, after 53 years, you know, you just wrote your name with the greatest of the greats to ever come out of New York City.
The history,
So, I agree. It's the story behind the story is almost as good as the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just so impressed with I like how the Knicks, you know, Patrick Ewing, they've been interviewing him, but he ain't been doing too much, as the young folks say. He's just been giving his comments. He's not doing too much. He loves it. You would think he was a player, and they're letting him bask in that glory. And you know, it's debatable who's the best New York player of all time, depends on who you ask. But I just feel so happy for Patrick Ewing because, you know, they could never win the title with Jordan there and, you know, Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm just so happy for the city. And one last thing, Coach, Becky Hammond, the female coach of the Aces, Jalen Brunson's sister went and found those receipts on Twitter because she said the Knicks couldn't win with him, and Jason Brunson's sister went to Twitter and reminded her what she said 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah. They lit into her.
Well, for those individuals,
I
said for those individuals that have spent their entire lives being Knicks fans and never seeing them win a championship, someone like Reverend Paul.
It's a great moment.
And so it certainly is a very momentous occasion, all the way back to 1973 when they beat the Lakers, my last year of high school.
You think Reverend Paul was probably, 3 years old?
No, he wasn't born. He wasn't born.
Okay.
That'd be gracious. I was only 4 years old. Whoa.
Yeah, but I don't think Reverend Paul was born. No, he wasn't born.
Okay. So he's been waiting literally all his life.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. But he's not the only one. I mean, it's a number of people. Many people that have waited their entire lives. And you know, and the side stories are just incredible. You know, I'm looking at of course, the president is a Knicks fan, and look, there's no denying that, and I don't see the negativity with that. I mean, he's been a Knicks fan his entire life, so he's entitled, like anybody else, to be able to be for a particular team. and so that's how it works. But so a lot of good side stories there, and we'll see how that progresses forward.
It'd be interesting. Okay, so everybody's already started talking about can they win it again next year. They haven't given a chance to celebrate this year yet, but I think Neil did a good job of running that history down of the Knicks and how they got here. But really, it's an unlikely team. Like when I saw them play early, I was like, yeah, they're good, but I didn't think NBA champion good.
Listen, they were a team of destiny, man. Everything fell in place for them to win. Everything fell. They were a team of destiny. It's almost like they had to win. Everything fell in place. So listen, but they earned it. They earned it. I mean, things fell in place, but you still have to earn it. It's like Mike Brown said, luck is involved, but they worked to get to the luck, right? And so opportunity comes when you're prepared and you meet the opportunity, and so that's what they did.
Again, shout out to the Knicks. Big win. Did anybody watch the Hurricanes game? I completely forgot it was on.
Yeah, I watched that last night, man. That was a game. I found myself jumping. I mean, it was a great game, boy. What?
I know.
I
didn't watch it, but I was following it.
I followed it too. So the coach, who the current coach was on the team, he was the MVP of the Stanley Cup Finals, Coach Stahl, when they won back in 2006. So they ended their, I wouldn't call it a 20-year drought. It's just hard to win in professional sports when you've won before. But the city of Raleigh and North Carolina should be excited as a whole because last Saturday they were down like 4-0.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't watch that game. They were down 4-0.
4-0.
And we went into intermission and came back and tied it up. And they lost in overtime, but you would thought that they were going to lose the series off that game. So they showed their perseverance, and I liked how they packed out the Lenovo Center last night, so the fans watched the game while they played in Vegas last night, and to celebrate on somebody else's ice, especially in Vegas, that's a big win for North Carolina, and hopefully Raleigh will do a parade one day this week because they deserve to have their parade. Just don't do it on the same day the Knicks do theirs.
But how about the story with the goalkeeper, Bussy? I mean, he played his first game, his first championship game, and then he became the hero. I mean, he had a shutout in the final game. I think that's only they hadn't had a shutout in the final away game forever, and so that was a big story too. How he came in for Anderson and played a big part in the win. So that's an all-around good story for the Carolina.
Sure, Coach. Also, Reverend Paul, he's signing in. I know we've been through the Knicks, but Reverend Paul, he's there now.
Good morning, sir. Paul, first of all, congratulations to you. Are you in New York now?
No, sir. No. I would love to be there.
Don't go.
I'm not. Look to the hats off to the Carolina to the Canes, and their parade will be on Saturday. So hats off to them. Thursday.
Thursday's the
okay.
next.
Thursday.
Are you leading the parade?
No, I won't be leading. I'll be leading it from my house on the TV.
Okay.
From Oak Mills.
Look, you couldn't get close anyway, man, unless you've been down there from Wednesday night.
So Paul, as a Knicks fan, tell us what you thought.
Look, I was excited, and I was I have to be honest, I was kind of superstitious because every game that they won, I watched it. I did not watch Game 3 And I think they brought the president in as a bad luck to throw off us sweeping them. But we kind of made sure that he didn't show up at Game 4 to get that win, and so we didn't want to run the chance of him showing back up for Game 6. So we went on and took care of them in San Antonio. But when we won Saturday, I have to be honest, I shedded a couple tears because of the long drought that Knicks fans have had, that the organization has had. I don't really believe, not in '99 when we lost to the Spurs, but I believe the year that we had that fight with Miami and a lot of our key players were taken out of Game 6 and Game 7, I really believe that was our year. And so to see the celebration, to see Jalen and his father embrace, to see Patrick Ewing and other former New York players in there celebrating, that was just too much to me, especially for Carl Anthony Towns, losing his mom during COVID and just that fight in him to really kind of push through. But it was a team effort because I was worried when he fouled out, but we found a way to win, and I'm just so grateful that the drought is over.
Well, you know what? This is what I give. I'm not trying to give any disrespect to San Antonio, but the Knicks. Always talk about toughness wins. The Knicks were just a tougher team, and I thought their collective basketball IQ was better than San Antonio's. And I don't like to bash coaches publicly, but San Antonio made no adjustments, and
right.
They didn't get guys in position to get good shots. They just went off the dribble. Like in the last game, they ran a set on the first play. I was like, okay, and then after that they went ISO, and so they really didn't have an attack, a strategy to beat the Knicks, and so that was disappointing for me as a coach. But get the Knicks toughness, because they down almost every game in the series.
Yeah.
And then even in the last series, they had to come back from 20 plus to beat somebody. They set a record in the previous. So just a tough team mentally, and they just willed their way to victory. So that was fun for me to watch.
Yeah, but like you said, Coach, San Antonio kind of helped them out, especially with the coaching and just the youthful exuberance and inexperience really was a contributing factor. But at the end of the day, I think New York was just a tougher team. The key word being team, they played together as a team. So,
yeah, Paul, in '97 when those Knicks players got suspended against the Heat, they wouldn't beat Michael Jordan. Come on now, so I'm gonna have to slow it down a little bit. So they wouldn't beat Michael Jordan.
No, we. So I felt like, I mean, when you look at we had the deepest bench, we had a strong starting five, but then our second string was just as good as the first string.
Okay. Anyway, hey, Coach Brickey, go ahead, Paul.
No.
Okay, so Coach Brickey, and I always listen to you, Coach Brickey, and you don't attack coaches. You don't criticize them because you were a coach. Now, I like Charles Barkley. Charles is one of my favorite players because I grew up a Sixers fan. But at least Charles, stop calling people dumb. Now, he come on and say he got calls from NBA people saying, you ain't right to be calling these coaches dumb. And Charles said, I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about the players. You still wrong, Charles. The coach is in charge of the dumbness if they acting dumb. The coach, you just described the Spurs' problem. No adjustments and running ISO ball, and they're young. Now, I hope the owner, because Bob Hill got fired because Dennis Eichmann wouldn't act right. No.
All right.
What's his name fired? Greg Hill. Popovich was the general manager at the time. He fired Greg Hill because Dennis Rodman couldn't get right, and then he coaches and wins all those titles with the Spurs. So I hope that's not a replay. I hope they don't. That organization usually don't do knee jerk. It is a tough loss because, to me, on paper, how do you lose all these games 29-point leads? And like you said, Coach Brickey running ISO ball, and Mitch Johnson, Dylan Harper is the real deal, and they're not going to let him mess that team up. So he's got to come out the gates running next year. If he has any more coaching malfunctions, they probably going to get rid of him in San Antonio. Now, I don't know what they do in Texas. I hope they don't fire him in the offseason, but they would have just cause if you were a general manager wanting to evaluate your team and you got, I would say, a top 2 player like Wemby, and you looking at this, but the Spurs lost this one. Now, New York was there to take it, like you say, Pastor Brown, but you still have to, when you break down this film, which San Antonio is going to do, they're not going to like what they see, and they're going to they're going to be looking around and making evaluations on everybody, including the coach.
Yeah, I think he's safe, but and he's young. He's never been there.
Right.
So,
yeah. Right.
So I'm giving him a break, but I would have thought in games maybe 3, 4, 5, and 6, it really would have done some things differently to try to get Wemby in different spots, to try to get their shooters in different spots on the floor. They try to do most of their stuff off the dribble, which is okay at times, but you got a guy like Wemby, sometimes he's got to be a decoy. You got to give him, so I just thought, and then they put him at the top of the key. He's trying to attack the basket, and if he can't get there in one dribble, he's going to spin, and they knew that.
Right.
And so I was like, well, why do they keep allowing him to do that? They got to make some adjustments. So I was a little bit frustrated watching it from a coach's perspective, but he's young and he'll get better. And trust me, he'll take a lot of heat over the summer, and he'll learn from this experience.
Well, look, we need to go to a break here, gentlemen, and we'll come back. It's on a half hour. We'll take a half-hour break here now, and also college baseball. Man, North Carolina looking pretty good, and it'd be nice to have something going on in Raleigh and Chapel Hill at the same time. We'll be back for more inside the Coach Brickey Sports Show following this.
And get ready for the flow. And get ready for the flow.
The United States and Iran have reached an initial agreement to end the war and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. It could allow desperately needed oil and gas to reach the global market, giving relief to the global economy more than 3 months since fighting began. Correspondent Charles C. Ledesma reports Russian attacks have hit a centuries-old religious site in Kyiv and killed rescuers elsewhere. The Stanley Cup is coming back to Raleigh. The Carolina Hurricanes defeated the Vegas Golden Knights 3-0 to win the Stanley Cup at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas on Sunday night. Greensboro McDonald's employee is sharing her story after a video of her being assaulted by a group of young girls inside the restaurant spread across social media. The 2026 edition of the Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament in Morehead City brought a boost to local businesses from locals and from thousands of employees who came to the coastal community for the annual event. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. Cumberland County Schools joins the greater Cumberland County community in remembering the life and legacy of Chairwoman Judy Musgrave, an at-large member of the Cumberland County Board of Education, a lifelong educator, and a devoted public servant who died over the weekend. Chairwoman Musgrave's legacy in education began long before her service on the Board of Education. She retired from CCS in 2012 after a distinguished career as an educator and mathematics curriculum leader. She continued her service to the district in 2014 when she started serving on the Cumberland County Board of Education. Cumberland County says a fresh start begins with opportunity. Join the Cumberland County Department of Social Services and Life is Worth Living Project Fresh Start for the Project Fresh Start 2026 annual information session. It is coming up on June 23rd, 9 until 11 a.m. That is at 1225 Ramsey Street in Fayetteville. From WIDU Radio, I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Looking ahead to your Monday, still going to be hot at times with high temperatures about 86 to 91 degrees. A mostly sunny sky with dropping humidity heading into the afternoon. Overnight, we're partly to mostly cloudy, temperatures in the mid-60s. Then by Tuesday, most of us middle 80s under a mix of clouds and sunshine, humidity levels tolerable. Mostly cloudy Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, lows in the mid to upper 60s. I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels in the NCN Weather Center.
It's one of life's simplest comforts. Turning on the tap and knowing clean, safe water's there. A glass before bed, a warm shower in the morning, water to cook, clean, and care for loved ones. So often, it's something that can be taken for granted. But behind every drop is a commitment to quality, safety, and service. At Fayetteville PWC, providing award-winning water is more than a service. It is a responsibility and a point of pride. Delivering clean, reliable water remains a top priority for Fayetteville and surrounding communities every single day, because clean water supports healthy families, strengthens neighborhoods, and helps communities thrive today and for generations to come. Discover more about the difference quality water makes at faypwc.com. Fayetteville PWC, always there, always on, always built to serve.
Hi, this is DJ Paul G.
And this is DJ 06. And we are the Gospel Blend Brothers. Join us every Friday
from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. for
the Drive Time Gospel Mix.
As we get you to and from your destination.
Vibing on good gospel music.
In the mix.
On WIDU 99.7 FM and 1600 AM. The Drive Time Gospel Mix.
Are you facing an important life transition? Whether you're selling a property, settling an estate, navigating probate, planning for your family's future, or protecting what matters most, Fusion Real Estate, Insurance, and Probate is your trusted local resource. We offer a concierge-level approach designed to simplify complex decisions. From real estate buying and selling, guidance on probate and inherited estates, life and health insurance solutions, our professional team provides the expertise and personalized attention you deserve, all under one roof. We're Garlinda Price and Caleb Price, your favorite mom and son duo, proudly serving families throughout Fayetteville and the surrounding counties. Don't wait until a challenge becomes a crisis. Call today to schedule your confidential consultation and discover how our full-service approach can save you time, reduce stress, and help you make informed decisions for your future. Call us at 910-494-7798 or visit us at Bronco Midtown, 1047 Murchison Road, Suite 104, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 28301.
Come out and celebrate Independence Day at Festival Park. Enjoy a free concert featuring the Fayetteville Symphony Orchestra and the 82nd Airborne Division Band. End the evening with a spectacular fireworks show. The event takes place on Saturday, July 4th. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the concert begins at 7:30. Bring a blanket or lawn chair and enjoy an evening of celebration.
Breaking up the heat wave a little bit. It's still going to be warm out there with highs 86 to 91 this afternoon, but we'll actually see a drop in humidity levels heading into the afternoon while we're left under a mostly sunny sky. Clouds increase overnight, most showers staying to our south, temperatures mid-60s for lows first thing Tuesday morning. Tuesday, it's a mix of clouds and sun, highs in the mid-80s, and it's mostly cloudy heading into Wednesday morning, lows mid to upper 60s. I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels in the NCN Weather Center.
Looking for a fun challenge this summer? Join the Cumberland County Public Library for the Unearth a Story Summer Reading Challenge, happening through July 31st. Read great books, discover new stories, and earn rewards along the way. Participants can win prizes and will be entered into a grand prize drawing. The Summer Reading Challenge is open to all ages. To learn more, visit cumberlandcountync.gov/library or follow CCPLNC on social media.
The Coach Brickey Sports Show. A lot going on. Certainly historic wins in New York, 53-year drought. Big storyline behind that. The Carolina Hurricanes 20-year drought, if you want to call it that. Here they are. Coach, have you watched any of the college baseball?
I have not, but I've followed the story because Carolina has done, I think they've been in the World Series throughout. This is the third out of the last 4 years they've been to the World Series. So they've put together a very good program, and they've got 2 wins so far.
Yeah, they
and
have.
One more
saying,
win
right. Well, that's historic too.
So, yeah.
Because they're 1 win away from the championship game. But you know, they got some awesome pitching out there, man. Woo.
Yeah, look. One of the things I hate for baseball, college baseball, is it runs into the summer. So you don't get fan support, late in the season because everybody's going home, and then of course the World Series gets fans, but and you gotta look for the games. I guess I get frustrated because it's too hard to find games nowadays. Like I gotta look all over different channels, and somebody needs to come up with an app that just you can put your favorite teams in and just send you a message what channel the game is on.
I think there is an app for that, Coach.
Okay. Well,